some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The give to the tailback. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now on the move. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's in open space downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on 1st down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the 1st down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
And the Huskies getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. On the run, deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason.
There he goes! They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Williams looking for a man. Dances away. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust. read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Fourth down coming up.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wide open downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skilled positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it. Came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Williams.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Williams will pass. Skips away from pressure. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Williams looking for a man. Bringing the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Second down coming up. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Stumbled to the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll pull it down and run. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
So now it's 2nd and long. The sure hand, it's Williams.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Williams will pass. Quickly complete. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do in short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. That brings him to within 1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Utah State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Pressure coming. That's reeled in. It's Tyson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Sun Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Let's it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Here comes the heat. Grabs behind the line. It's Brown. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. They take a 4-point lead here in the second. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Williams looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to throw on first down. Slings it. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Direct snap. It's Brown. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And this one is perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. He brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Shows him the stiff arm. Spins away. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon something like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in San Marcos. They'll enjoy this one all week. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Williams will pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's some pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand, that as a defensive guy, I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback extends the play. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
The Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. Finds space on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Sometimes you dial up the right place. Sometimes you get the right penalty. Either way, it's a 3rd down conversion for this offense. First and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Here's a heat. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Breaks into the open. He'll work his way down to the 28. Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Washington wants to go quickly. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quarterback keeps it. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Husky! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Back to pass, it's Levin. Got a man, it's Tyson, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete. At the 45 on his way. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Tyson. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
While they dial up on second and a long way to go. Give to Brown. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up a one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Tyson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Looking left. That's caught, it's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down, let's see what this is about. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been big.
And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. The give to the basket. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Horton. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Brown. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Throwing right. And they can't make the play on third down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Washington.
Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Looking to throw on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Oh, they're after him. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Finding open areas.
Tackled down at the 37, and the Arizona State offense takes over. 1st and 10.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown has it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little...
Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
To the ground with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw. It's Horton. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
On to punt it away.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they've